Alright, happy Sunday and welcome to the end of week review for week 43. So we are week 43, which is right here from 20 to the 24th of October. And next week gonna be our last week, which is week 44. Last week of October. And October well known for stock market sell-off on October. So there's something going on in behind the scene that it not known to us at a retail investor or retail trading. We don't know, but we believe there's something to do with the bond markets because October is the end fiscal year of the federal government and I think banking also. So there's some rebalance right there. So normally for October we have a sell-off, and so far we see is I mean, if we look in the monthly, we see the sell-off, but it's not really much at all. Yeah, if we look on the monthly, you don't see the sell-off at all. But if you look on the daily chart, you see the sell-off on Friday. Right here is the daily. You see that is the sell-off on Friday, October 10, right there. After that sell-off, the market is recover very well right there, and boom, like today it's the Sunday, right? We do the recording 18 hours, it already opened and it pop up, got up right there, similar right there, you see. So looking for 3 weeks from now, you can see that there may be another retracement. You see the pop up right here is on September 15. We believe that's the Monday, September 15. Yeah, the Monday. And 3 weeks after that, it is it fill the gap. 1, 2, 3, October 10. It fill the gaps right there. So let's see if it's different this time. But you see the gap right there, and then that fall into the FOMC meeting. Exactly, that's the FOMC meeting because we're gonna have the FOMC meeting next week, the coming week. All right, we open the FOMC website right there. Let us know that October right there. Yes, October 28, 29, right? So the markets, investor and speculator, like us right there, we trader, speculator right there. So it anticipates that the Fed gonna cut rate. That's where you're gonna see it. That's exactly it jumped today, cut rate. So that's the last week right there. That's right, yeah. But for the week of this week, for the week of 43, we have normally the CPI data released, but because of the government shutdown, so the data is were delayed. Anyway, we are in week, we finished the week 43 for this week, and we go into week 44, which is the last week of October. Normally you see that the October, this is the Monday right there. It's a sell-off, but it rally. You see that the September and October normally it the market slow down, but it keep rally. You see it rallying. The last time we see the Dow close candle is in April. As after April, you have 6 months in a row, 3 quarters. It keep rally. That's the very bullish signal right there. Here's the quarter time frame right there. So for this year 25, you see the first quarter is a Dow close, but the next 3 quarter is really rally right there. And the year before that, 24, all quarter is up close. And then 2023, yeah, the third quarter is down close right there. But after that, October start the first quarter, right? Third quarter it rally. But look at this year, the year 2022. That's where you have 3 quarters in a row is sell off. But the last quarter is it recover and then it's rally from there. Here's the COVID, right? COVID is 2020 right there. But very interesting right here. Maybe next year you can see that. Yeah, different. Yeah, COVID the first. So look, this year pretty much look like COVID right there. The first quarter is down close, but the last 3 quarter is rally. Then the year after last will be rally. So we look for next year, it's gonna be rally the whole year right there. So look for that pattern to see if it repeat. Okay, let's look for week 43 now. So let's see what the beginning of the week, what it look like. So here's the beginning of the week. On the left side is monthly time frame. On the right, no, on the right side is monthly, and on the left is the weekly. So we see the range right there. You see that level. So basically it's type 2 right here, reversal or retracement right here. Test from below, break and reverse. Then the week 42 we see at that is test below that level. So we wonder this week what it's gonna do. It's gonna break the level or it's gonna be break that level, right, to the upside, or gonna be reversal from here. And we saw 2 levels right here also. So right here you have a break and then it reclaimed immediately. But one thing we watch for is that we see the huge down close candle, and we see that the week 42 still in the range of that candle. So this candle is like inside bar right there. So we wonder if this gonna be, this down move is complete or it's just a retracement before it make a next leg down. So how do we know? So we have to watch in this week to see how it manifests itself in the lower time frame, which is the daily time frame, and the 15-minute time frame. So here's the look that we take on the daily. So on the daily, so that's the week right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the week that we saw that the whole thing is in the inside bar right there. So it manifests itself right here on the daily. You can see that level, there gap right there on the weekly level, the gap down. And you see that last Wednesday it tests below that level. And you look at this level, you see that it's tested below twice. So our question is, we're gonna break the level upside, right? On the weekly, we also see that level right there, test from below. In the weekly, you only see it test from below 1, but if you look in the daily, you test from below twice. So if it's gonna break, then it can break very hard. It's gonna go all the way to the high of this. So that's what we anticipate right there. But if we look at this level, right, this is the when they have FOMC meeting, you see this level, what the setup we see right here is type 2, right? Test from below, break, and that reclaim right away. So that means this one is just a retracement. It's gonna make a neck leg up, right? It's first leg up, retracement neck leg up, because we know that type 2 largely is for continuation. So it looks like a type 2 right there. If you look, right, if you look on the daily. Okay, we go to further. Let's review every day. Every time we review, we need to make sure that we are talking on the same page right here. So we trade 3 setup basically. 4 breakout type 1 and 4 breakout type 2 and then 4 breakout type 3. Here's the type 1 and type 2 we put together right here. So the type 1 is on the left and type 2 is on the right there. So the type 1, the type 2 that we're talking about is a continuation. You see that? It tests from above, break, and then it reverse. So that's the continuation right there. So that's what we look right here. We see that here's the leg up, right? This is a retracement. It's like this in retracement and a retracement, and there you see the setup right here. Test from below, right, above right here, twice. You see that level, test from above twice. It's on Tuesday, right, Wednesday, and then boom. Thursday is breaking, and then Friday is reclaim right away. So it's gonna continue. So this open on Monday, we believe it's gonna be continue this trend, which is the type 2 right here. But in this case, we have test twice, so we have extra right there. Yeah, because if you plan in the time, it makes sense because they want to do this on Friday, right? They want to light up, right? The reason why it not reverse, test from below, above, right? You want it to be break and reverse, but maybe too early on Wednesday. They want to keep on Thursday and then boom, close of the week, the Friday go up and take all the trap people who sell it. So that's the whole idea of time and frame rate, time and price right there. You have to plan both time and price, especially on the daily, because the daily they go through, Friday, Monday to Friday. So that's the whole idea of time and price. Oh, here is the type 3 right here. So type 3, the nomenclature or the layman term is just a double top for a short, in this case short, and largely it's for reversal. Basically, you want to see that it feel like the first leg up, right? You feel like it's gonna be another leg up, but actually at the minute you feel it's gonna be the next leg up, then it's flip. If flip is reverse, and you see the pattern right here, right? Break, reclaim, break, reclaim, break. So the last break right here, you feel that it's gonna make a leg up, right? Neck leg up, but it flip, it become a 4 breakout, and that the short entry unit enter. This loop can happen many times. It can be another step right here. So you have 1, 2, 3 break right here. You can have another 4 break right there. Right? You have 4 break, another 4 break. No, 5. You can have 6 right here. Let's say this one is gonna be reclaim and then it break again. Then if it go down to that level, then you know exactly gonna happen. So basically, they try to build up the sell side liquidity so it can go down. The more build up, then the sell side liquidity gonna be explosive to sell off. So that's a double top in the nutshell right there. And then in the long setup, you have similar, right? But you have to look in you have to look in the left. Always have failure gap. So that failure gap right here going down. So it's signal to you that it's gonna go down. In this case is a long, so it's gonna be reversal from here. So you have a first break, okay, right here, right, and then you have the reclaim, and then you had a break right here. You thought they're gonna make a neck leg down. You see that? The minute you thought they're gonna make a leg down, and then it reversed. So this is a double bottom right here. Right, you have break, reclaim, and then break, reclaim. This can repeat more than this one only, 2 times, but some instant it can repeat more than 1 time. So more than 2 times. So that's the idea. So type 3 is a kind of hard to identify, but we take practice. Keep practice. Keep keep watching the price actions. Then the more we watch, the better we're gonna recognize this. By that 3 pattern that we are trade right there. 4 breakout. They're all 4 breakout. Type 1, type 3, 2, and type 3. All right. So whenever we say about type 1, type 2, type 3, that's what we are talking about. That's the language we talk, right? We invent our language so we can talk. So right here on the daily, we see the level right there. So whether we know, earlier we watched a weekly, we wonder is that gonna be that sick, the retracement, and it's gonna be continue like neck leg up. Then you look in downtime in the lower time frame, which is the daily, you did see the type 2. Type 2 is a 4 breakout and continuation. So if you need the retracement right here, it tests from the level both type 2 times, which is last Tuesday and Thursday and Wednesday, and then Thursday it break and Friday it reverse, right? Or reclaim right away. That's exactly the type 2 that we are talking about right here. That was again, you see that type from above, break and reverse. But here the bonus in here, we have another 1 more day that it accumulate liquidity, right? In this case, it can accumulate the sell side, and then Friday the Thursday it get it, and then boom, Friday it reverse. It make more sense right now when you plan the times. Why don't it happen on right? If you already test from above, right? Break, test from above 1. Why don't we happen on Tuesday? Right, because the Tuesday is not enough liquidity, or because of the Tuesday it won't wait until Thursday, so it can do what it can do, break and then reclaim on Friday. Because we trade 5 days a week, so that's the idea of the time right there. Okay, so that is for the daily. And then go down to 15 minutes, we see right there. So the London, it take out the Asia, it went down and then it reversed. It fall into the Friday PM, and then it reversed. In London, it take out the high of Friday PM, and it revisits the weekly level right there. Interesting, huh? Okay, so right here, do we see anything? It's the open right here. Let's reward, rewire the tips to see how it unfolding. All right, here the tips that we start recording at 7:37 a.m. Monday is Eastern time, so we go by Eastern time right there. So we see it open right there. What all we see right here? Let's continue to roll the tips to see anything. Right, so let's bait it. Okay. Yeah, anyway, anytime we see the up and down right here, let's see if we see any double top or double bottom. So in this case, you want to see a double top, is that right? You want to see double top, or yep. So see, so go into 9:30. Let's see. So right before 9:30, it breaks to the weekly level. Okay, wow, that's your 9:30 right there. See that? So, 29. Okay, so start right there. What do we see right here? So it tests below the London. Oh yeah, right here you see right there the retracement right there. You see anywhere we see a double bottom right here, so it can be a neck leg up, any double bottom. Let's check the screenshot right here and see. Yep. Let's say at this level, do we see anything? Do we see a double bottom? Oh, okay, so break and then reclaim, break and reclaim, and then it's break and reclaim. Yeah, you can see it's a double bottom for this level right here. So basically you have break, right? You have reclaim, you have break and reclaim. That should be good enough already, but it go back, it break and it reclaim one more time. So you have triple bottom right here, because you have already first leg up, and this one is just a retracement, which is a fall break out to the outside and then boom. Yeah, that could be the reason. That could be the setup for it right there. Yes, so that's we can anticipate right there. And now we go in the tip, we watch, we see yes. That's the reason why the 930 is explosive, because the double bottom already forming. Keep in mind that the double bottom, the type 3 right? Type 3 double bottom right here. That's where we trade the double bottom right here. That means it's gonna be, oh, in this case it's a reverse, but it also can be a continuation, huh? Yeah, it can be. This in this case is a continuation. Yes, so it can play out in both scenarios, right? It can be the reversal, or it can be a neck leg up or neck leg down, which is continuation right there. Yeah, very interesting. Let's see the note that we put. Oh, so here's the note we put on Monday. So it's the buy day start 9:30 because of 4 breakout on type 1 on daily. Is that right? Is that right? Okay, keep rolling the tab and to see what to see. Yeah, basically going and buy at 9:30, then we're good to go. Yeah, that's right. Let's see the how deep the retracement right here. So we're rolling the tab right there. Yeah, pretty much that's it for Monday. So it's buy at 9:30. That's it. Because the reason why we see that before 9:30 it break the weekly already. There's no reason for it to come back this level, and we also see the 4 breakout type 3 happening. So there's no reason to come back right here. Yes, that's exactly right here. Yeah, let's do this right up. Okay, so we have overlap right here. Only this is the screenshot we take at the end of the Monday on the daily. So if you look right here at the level, you see that is the type 2. Alright, it's type 2. But at this level you have type 2. Just from above break and then reclaim or reverse right here. Then on this candle you wonder it's gonna continue this. Then you look at this level, you see what it is. It's break and this test from below twice, then it revert. Yeah, but we want to touch below this, not in the inside, but it's still a setup right there. Right, it's a break and test from twice and then it reverse. That's the reason why we put the note right there, double bottom. But anyway, on the low time frame, how do we know they're gonna be a continue right there? Then we look on the low time frame, on the right here, right? That's where you see we mark this level. Yeah, it can be lit level or it can be at this candle right there. You can see that candle is it break up right here, the first right there, that's a fellow gap. And then from there you see a break right here, right? Break 1, break 2, and yeah, if you count the level, it's a break, reclaim, break, reclaim, and then right here break, and then it reclaim. So it can be double bottom at that level or at that level. either way you have a double we have a double bottom type 3 right there. Yeah, it's okay to make this trade because the type 3 is always very tricky to identify them, especially the flip move is not fall into 9:30 or in the PM, which is 1:30 PM. It's very hard to recognize, so it's okay. But here's how it happened, at least from our perspective. This is the double bottom right here. So it's first leg up, and then it's do retracement, and then we see that where it back and forth, it tried to trap the buy side liquidity in this case, or trap people to go short, boom, and right here it got flipped. People thought they're gonna make a neck leg down right here, but it flipped. It may continue to go up. All right, that's it for Monday. Now we go to Tuesday. All right, Tuesday is, here's what we see on the weekly right here. We see that it breaks touch from below and it reverse. So the Monday already tell us that it's gonna reverse, so likely Tuesday gonna continue the trend. Okay, look at the daily. All right, so we see that level right there, but on the daily we still have our bearish right there. You see the fair gap down right there, and you see whenever it tests from below, it break and reverse. So the Tuesday can be a reverse right there with type 2 right here. Test this and break and reverse. You're gonna make the neck leg down. So that's what we also anticipate. Let's see how it look like on, yeah, see that. Okay, let's look, see. Okay, so you're very in a tight range right there. So do we see any double top right here? Not so clear. So let's what reward tip to see. All right, so here's the tip for the Tuesday. So let's see. Rolling right before 9:30 right here. So what do we see right here? So we see the huge up move right here. Then the only question for us is, it is gonna be the make a neck leg up, or it gonna be reversed from here. So right here we see the level right there, gap up, right? And then you see the break and reclaim, right? And then you want to break right there and then reclaim. We would love to see is a break again and then boom, reclaim. So that's what we want to see. So it's gonna be a double bottom again and neck leg down. Oh yeah, ooh, you know what? Look on the daily. What do you see? It will reverse. It will reverse. Look on the daily. Earlier we showed you. That means right here it's gonna be a double top somehow around here, right? You have a top to the top right there. Right here it look like it's gonna make the neck leg up, right? That exactly the moment that it flip. But what the tap again? Yes. All right, so right here it look right level right there. You thought that it's gonna make the neck leg up. That's the moment that it flip at 9:30. You see that? Right, you think that is a lot of a break. All right, and reclaim, and then it break You see that? And reclaim, and then you see it break again. That exactly the moment you thought that it's gonna be what? It's gonna be a neck leg up. That exactly the moment that it reverse. Okay, that's exactly right, because we look on the daily, we already see this that likely it's gonna reverse, but how it gonna reverse? It's exactly right here. So you have a break this level. Okay, that's the break. Okay, at that level right there. Then you have a reclaim. All right, and then you have a break right here, and then you have reclaim. Okay, and then you have a break again, and you thought that right here it's gonna make a at 9:30, yeah, it's gonna make a neck leg up, right? Then wait for the moment it got flipped. That where you know. Right, look at the type 3 that we are drawing early. You see that? It's gonna make right here, we thought it's gonna make neck leg up, but it flipped, especially at 9:30. Exactly, it happened today. Wow. Oh yeah, so beautiful. You see that? That's exactly in the moment. It's so obvious right there. Wow. That's the reason why watch carefully. You will know. Right? So you have first here the break. Interesting, you see the break that level. We have a failure up right there. And then you have a reclaim or reverse. Reclaim, and then you have break. 3, you have break. And then you have reclaim, right, the level 61 right there. 67, 71, 80, 85 right there, which is this candle. That's the candle we see. Yeah, we very right candle right there. Reclaim, and then it break, and then it's reclaim number 4. Is that right? Yeah, reclaim. Okay, break, reclaim, and then look at the number 5. Number 5 break again, exactly identical with the setup right there, right? Break, and that where you thought that it's gonna make a neck leg up. Right, that's where you thought you're gonna make leg up. Exactly. At 9:30, we thought you're gonna make leg up, but 1 or 2 minutes it got flipped. Exactly. Oh man, is that right? So number 6 right here. You thought that you're gonna go neck leg up, but it got flipped. And that's where it's gonna be a full breakout. Okay, and that where you go in and short entry. All right, short entry at 9:30. So wonderful right here. Beautiful setup. This case is 9:30. That's the time right there. We're talking about the element, time and price right here. It's so reliable, right? So that's what we call a full breakout type 3. and it's a double top bottom, and it reversal like 0930 right there. Yep. Yeah, you could not afford better than this. Alright, let's save this one. Alright, if we rewind the tape, you see that at 42, about 41 or 42, right before 3 minutes, you see that? 3-4 minutes before it's closed, the candle 930, it got flipped right there. That exactly happened. So yeah, so look back at October 16, which is the week before, on Thursday, we similar setup right there. So right here we did check screenshot right there. You see right there. So here's the double top happened right there. So you have the break and then reclaim, break and reclaim, and the minute right here at 9, in this case happened at a critical at 9:45, not 30. So the minute you thought that it's gonna make a neck leg up right here, that's where it got flipped right here. It flipped. Okay, so this time is 45. Yes, so it's similar, but the time a little bit different. So that's the level right there. You said it's break, it's reclaim, break, and then reclaim, and then break again. Right, and that's where you thought that this candle gonna continue to neck leg up, but it got flipped. That's the whole idea. It got flipped right there, you see, at 11:15, and then it's just reversed from there. That's a double bottom right there. And you look on the daily, that's exactly happened right there. Right, you test from level right there. That is the day, Thursday, that it got flipped. So it tests from above, right? Break, test from above, and reverse. That's the day it reversed. You have a double top. And today, Tuesday, it happened again. On the daily is on the daily we see what? Oh, right here, right? On the daily you see that it's test from above, break, and it reversed. So we anticipate reversal or reclaim on the daily. Then on the 15 minute, it manifests itself on the double top with type 3 right there. Very similar, exactly 6 step right there for our setup. Man, that's repeatable right there. That's type 3. Where's our right up right there? So yeah, we right here is that what we anticipate right there. It flips, so then it go down, and you see auto liquidity. It's gonna go to the level of the weekly. Let's draw the tab and see. Boom. Yeah. Ooh. Wow. It go back there one more time. Go back to this level one more time. Be careful. Wow. So if you not if you leave your stop trailing, you may get stop out right there. Oh, wow. Very interesting, huh? So somehow we thought that a double bottom, but it flipped. See that? Yes. We thought it gonna come down here. Oh, but somehow it did not. It reversed back. Take out and we will go out and short it. Wow, that's amazing right there. That's about trading. Do your best, but let market handle the rest. Okay, so that's the end of the day of Tuesday. Let's see what's the end of the day of Tuesday. So basically we anti the reversal right there, but it don't. It wait. So okay, wait Tuesday. It did not happen. So let's see our note right here. But Tuesday, for double top, you don't want to see this over a year high. Okay, so you did thought that it's gonna be a double top, but in this case, you don't want to see the buy side of it, right? So what is that? So right here, it can be the double, but you don't want it break the London, the buy side from Asia high. You don't want to see that happen. So let's see at the end of the Tuesday right here. So it did break the London high, so you don't want to see that. Yeah, the London high rate. Oh yeah, you don't want to see it rate the London high, because if rate the London high, that may it gives signal it may go up. You want to go low right here, right? Don't let the London high. No, you don't want this to rate the buy side rate from the Asia high. Yeah, we're not sure what we put that. The note right here. For breakouts that should not happen because the Tuesday. So that is the too early for reclaim move. So at the note we put right there for Tuesday. So we anticipated Tuesday gonna reverse, but it did not happen because just Tuesday. The market maker don't want that happen. So that is what we thought. So basically what we anticipate early in the morning of when Tuesday, we thought they're going to be test front low break and reverse, but it did not reverse right away. So that means that's wait for Wednesday. See if reversed. Okay, let's go Wednesday then. Wednesday, beginning of the day, right? So right here, you see that it tests, it break, and then it's what? It tests from above, then it's gonna be type 1 right there. See, it's gonna reverse from here. Yep. Look at the 15 minutes time frame. Yeah, we see the huge consolidation right there. So let's see what the last move it make before it reversed. That's what we try to decode right there. So here's it's a little bit detail. Oh man, it's so very hard to identify right here. So lots of break and reclaim. But we do see the fairly gap right here, gap up. How it's going to reverse from here? We have to see the double top right here. Alright, so right here could be level. So the market surprised us on the Tuesday right there. We thought I get a double top, but actually it did happen and then it reversed. So it break our setup right there. And now we go to Wednesday. We anticipate it's gonna reverse on Wednesday because it hold off on Tuesday. But how do we see from here? A little bit tricky, right? So let's wait, go into the tape and see. Alright, let's draw the tape right there. So it's at 8:50 and let's see. Wow, that's just right here. Okay, so right before 9:30. So what do we see? Do we see any called double top right here? Yeah, we do have two top right here, and you have another top right there. Okay, so if we mark this level, we see the break, right, and then we see the reclaim, break, reclaim, and break. So that's where you're gonna see that. Okay, so let's mark it down then to see if we are able to have our setup. On Tuesday we thought we have double top. It did happen, then it flipped on us. Did not follow through, right? So that's the whole idea. So basically right here, excuses. You see the gap down right here? So that mark the level. You see it over here. You see that it breaks, so you thought you're gonna make a neck leg up, okay? So break, and then you have a reclaim right here. Reclaim, right? It's reclaim that level, and then it break, and then it's reclaim, right? And then it break right here. That's where you thought that the neck leg up gonna happen. That's so. Alright, let's mark it down. Alright, we have our right up right there. So you have a break to the upside. That's where it's set up liquidity right there. And then it reclaim, and then it break, and reclaim, and then break the step 5 right there. So look exactly right here. We thought, or any novice trader gonna thought that it's gonna make the neck leg up, but wait for it where it's gonna flip, and that's where we enter the short entry. It will never get back to here. And look at the tape right here. You see that is at 9:20, 19, right before 9:30. You're gonna see. Gonna rolling the tape right here. All right, keep rolling the tape right here. What we're gonna see? Okay, so that's where it got flipped, right? That's where boom. You see at 9:30, it flushed right away. How powerful it is. But look, wow. So we know there are lots of liquidity down there. But look at that, whoever chased right here gets stop out. I think we did chase right here and got stop out. But if you trade long enough, you know that right here you need to go in the short term because the huge test from above right there. And we already see we already analyze right here. So there's no way it go back to the level, and it test from above the level. That's the indicator right there to go and short them. We already do the early analysis right here, right there. Yeah, so we see the flip right there, and it go back to the level test from. That's where you short them. That's where you short them right there. Let's check result of this video part 2 right there. Alright, keep rolling the tapes to see. Boom, that's right. Yep. Boom. That's huge degree down there. Yeah, it will continue to go down. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, it's make retracement right here and gonna neck leg down. Boom, it's gonna hit the weekly down there. You see the weekly right here? It's gonna hit that level. Right, that's the level it's gonna hit. Go ahead. Yes, it hit. Wow. Let's go back to see when it start hit real hard. You see that? So the 1230 go hit real hard at the weekly there, and this level at 67.11. So where is our daily beginning? So the daily beginning right there, you see that? That's the weekly hit level, and it go all the way this level. Wow, level right there at 67.11 right there. That's the level it hit. Yeah, you see that's from, but it hit the level to be good enough for gravity, but it go down all the way to the level. That's amazing right there. And let's see what the rest of the day. Boom, continues to go down, and it will trade back to, wow, it will trade back to the weekly level. So you better get out. Yeah, other way, go back to that level. Alright, so that's the Tuesday right there. Wednesday, I think we did take a trade, so let's see what trade we take on Wednesday. By the way, we blow up our account, so we just trade on the practice account or the blow up account. We will not have our account back until next month. Alright, let's see the trade we take on Wednesday. So we know that there are level right here, but we're not sure how to make it there. So we change right here. We change when we see the huge down at 9:30. But if you change right there, you have to put your stop loss above here, right, or at the level that it break out. Or what's the level we draw around here, right? I think, yeah, level right here. We draw the level. You have to put the stop loss right there. You see that? We get stop out all the way, we trace back, and then we short from there, but we get chicken nuggets. See that? That's the, yeah, we get chicken nuggets. We should stay there, but you see that? We short again, but somehow, yeah, somehow we get out from here. We should stay and let it go all the way down to the weekly. Yep. I think we let's look at the Tuesday, see if we take any trade. Alright, let's look and see on Tuesday we take any trade. Okay, so right on Tuesday, yeah, right there, 11. We did took a short trade right here. Is that so? Boom. Yeah, we take a loss. And then we short here again, and then we get out. Yeah, I don't know why we take the trade right here. Yeah, it's not so what is up right here? Yeah, there's no setup. We take a very impulsive trade right there, and we short them again. Oh yeah, we see follow up right there, that level, right, test above, and then it can reverse. That's what we are trading. Anyhow, now we move into Wednesday. I mean Thursday. So on Thursday, kind of a bit tricky because we see that level, right? It tests from above, break, test from above, and reverse. So whether it's gonna be follow up or it's gonna be reclaim again. If you look at this level, but at the four breakout type 2, right, is what it test from below, break and reverse. This one is test one more and reverse, so it will be a bearish. But if you look at bullish, you can see this level is test from above, break and reverse right here also. So the Thursday is a little bit tricky if we're not sure, right? And look in the weekly, what do we see? So level test from below, break and reverse, then this one not follow through. So it break the level test from below. Let's see if it can reverse. So that's, we see that the Monday is reverse, but the Wednesday and the Tuesday is reclaim. So let's see. Go to the 50 minutes. Now this is the end of the day. We want the beginning of the day. What do we see right here? We not see much. Let's roll the tab to see what we learn. Alright, so let's see the tab right here. This is the weekly level. Alright, let's see it make a reversal from here. We might make the neck leg down. So if you want it to be a double bottom reversal, then she break, reclaim. Let's see it break and reclaim. Yes, when it break and then it reverse. That's what we want to see that, right? Break, reverse. Wow, that's right. That's right. So right here, look, so right here at 9:30. Yeah, so right here. So at 9:10, what do we see right here? So we see double bottom, right? Because it's break right here, reclaim, break, reclaim, and break again. People thought that it's gonna be a neck leg down, but that's exactly where it's gonna reverse on Thursday. So let's see. So basically right here, is the neck, is the front leg down. So it's gonna see that people gonna go and chase the neck leg down, right? You look right here, you see the break. You see the break right there. And then you see the reclaim on that level, on the weekly level. And then you see the break right here. And then you see the reclaim. And then you see the break. You thought that it's gonna be neck leg down, but that is exactly where it gonna flip and create a fall breakout, and it gonna reverse. So right here you have brake, and right here you have reclaim. And then number 3 right here you have brake, and then you have number 4 you got reclaim. Good. And number 5, right, that's where it treats you. Number 5 right here, it brake, is that right? It brake, it maybe neglect down, right? Neglect down, but it can get flipped. Okay, that way got flipped, and it called a fault breakdown. That's where you're gonna do the long entry. This is the double bottom right there. One bottom right here and second bottom right here. So let's see if that what it unfolding. Okay, so this last break right here, you thought they're gonna make neglect out that way flip, and it happened at 9:10. Okay, let's see how 9:10 layout right there. 9:10, right? Reverse. So 9 o'clock, right? But yeah, that's the knife candle. You see that it flipped, and it got flipped right there, boom, and the 9:30 going, yeah, the 9:15 close right there, and then the 9:30 going and go boom. See that? Yes. So the whole thing is stopped from there. So the flip happened at 9:10 and close 9:15, 9:30 to continue that trend right there. Alright, here's we put all 3 together right there. So the double bottom happened right here, and the flip happened at 9, candle at 9, right? And then 9:15 going, and then you see the rest is between 9:15 there, then the 9:30 just continue that trend right there. See that? That's the beauty of the double bottom right here. Bottom, 2 bottom right there. That's beauty. And then boom, it recline. Alright, now go into the Friday. Okay, the Friday, the daily look like this. So you have the Monday, you have a Tuesday, then you have a Wednesday right there, and the Thursday is just reverse of the Wednesday. So the question force right here, this level, and it reach this level. Wow, so early in the Friday you already see it rally very hard right there. So look in the 15 minutes, you see it already rally at that level. Alright, so here's a little bit of detail. So we're still not sure what to make of that. So let's watch the tips and see what we're learning. So on Friday, we're not sure what to look for. Double top, double bottom, type 1, right? Or type 2. Maybe short right here, right? So, but it's not there, yes. Yeah, so Friday is very hard to trade right here. See, that's especially at the end of the day, end of the week anyway. All right, I think we wrap up our recording for this week, week 43, and a quick review. We thank you for your time and interest. We're grateful for this opportunity. We do what we love, then success coming our way, day by day, little by little. In every way, we're getting better and better. Thank you, and see you next week. Bye for now.